Where does God's grace abound? Good morning and welcome to our morning meditation group, Flourishing During Times of Uncertainty. Today is going to be a great day. My name is Father Frank Buckley. I'm delighted to be the host with you this morning. Welcome. Mondays are especially geared towards beginners. If you're new to the practice, welcome. We believe you found the best community in Hollywood if you're looking for a contemplative morning practice. Our desire is to move in the direction of becoming contemplatives in action. This is a three-part program. The first part, we begin with a little inspiration. Today we will look at where God's grace abounds, and we'll use Mother Teresa and the Missionaries of Charity as a little inspiration. I love to start with Mother Teresa on Mondays. It always feels to me like she gets our week off to a good start. The second part is the heart of the program, where we engage our morning practice. We turn the gaze inwards. We sit together as a community in silence and give the first 20 minutes of the day to God, and then let the rest of the day unfold as she will. And then the last part, something near and dear to St. Ignatius, the founder of the Jesuits' own heart, the Ignatian Examine. We simply look back over the weekend and notice from a place, an attitude of gratitude, where God showed up in our everyday, ordinary lives. If you're new, please say hello, tell us where you're from, and when the exam is over, you are more than welcome to join others in the community and just jot down in the comment box where God showed up for you this weekend. So let's get started on this chilly Monday morning. Here God's grace more abounds. As a professor in the social sciences, I think I secretly hoped I would find some new theory or method for dealing with the poor that could be applied in classrooms. But I did not find any new method. In fact, the missionaries do not even use old methods. In the center where I work, Shishu Bhavan, about 50 children ranging in age from infants to 10-year-olds lived every day in one large room. Imagine that. Apart from a large open area for activities, most of the space was filled with rows of beds. The missionaries were spread thin, staff was few, volunteers were sporadic at best. Yet the children were happy. Let me repeat that. Yet the children were happy, contented, and well cared for. They enjoyed a consistent schedule for bathing, feeding, playing, and sleeping. They laughed as much as other children, if not more. They took care of one another, invented games, and took full advantage of the younger, energetic volunteers, getting rides on their back and incorporating them into their antics. In any other room with that many children of that many ages, with that range of abilities and disabilities, and so little in the way of coordinated activities, chaos would have reigned, but not here. One day I asked Sister Bethany, one of the lovely sisters in charge of volunteers, how she explained the absence of chaos at these centers. She smiled and answered, "Where there is poverty and oppression, there the grace of God more abounds." Allow me to read that one more time. Where there is poverty and oppression, there the grace of God more abounds. You could almost feel the lightness and fluidity of God's grace on these children and sisters. With all the prayer and humility, the work went unfettered by despair. The place ran joyfully and smoothly. Wow. What a way to start our week. Hopefully, the places where we find ourselves can run joyfully and smoothly. So, on that note, let's move into our meditation. I invite you to remove your shoes, place the soles of your feet on the ground or in a cross-legged seated position. Get comfortable while I lower the lights. If you're new, one of the ways we flourish is to unplug. So turn off all technology, give yourselves a retreat, a reprieve, a break. I will set the timer for 20 minutes. I'll ring the bell to begin, and then I'll ring the bell again at the end of 20 minutes. It's Monday, so I'll do a little guided meditation to get us into it. If you're new to meditation, I suggest engaging a little sacred word, anything that has meaning to you, love, kindness, compassion, peace, God, whatever that may be. Repeat it 4 or 5 times, drop down to deep rest. As you're in the deep rest, one thing I find very helpful is this Zen idea of just noticing the traffic, the exterior sounds, and the sensations in the body. Let's begin. Listen, listen, the sound of the bell returns us to our true home. As always, we'll begin with diaphragmatic breathing. I invite you to lower or close the eyes, whatever feels safe, and we'll breathe as deeply as possible into the lower belly to ground us 3 times. Together as a community, inhale, open mouth, exhale. Beautiful. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last time, give it all you got. Inhale and exhale. Continue to breathe on your own. Take the attention to the body. We start with the feet. We feel the feet pressed on to the green earth, our mother. And just take a moment on this Monday to notice the solidity of the earth and that she may be trusted. Moving up the body, we arrive at the cushion or chair, providing support. We all need support in our lives. Take a moment to lean into where you felt supported recently. Lengthen the spine just a little. Healthy spine, healthy body. Relax the shoulders. Anything you've been holding on to this weekend, just let go. Relax, renew, restore. Let the tension slide off the shoulders and allow the earth to receive it. And just notice if you feel a little lighter. Moving towards the front of the body, take the attention to the heart. I invite you to hold your heart, cultivate an attitude of gratitude, focus on something in this moment for which you're grateful, and just name it in one word. Place that word towards the back of your heart, and as a community around the world, let's breathe one time into that gratitude. Inhale, exhale, release the hands, and just notice what you feel. Finally, we arrive at the forehead, the seat of intuition, that place that always tells the truth, and we focus on an intention for today. St. Ignatius invites us to ask for something we deeply desire in this moment, being courageous enough to ask God for something great and beautiful on this Monday morning. Beautiful. We'll seal that intention with an inhale and an exhale. Continue to breathe on your own. Engage your sacred word 4 or 5 times. Drop down to the ocean floor and enjoy a little deep rest. Please continue. We have just a little less than a minute left, so for this last minute, we'll engage the 17th century Tibetan practice of just sprinkling a little joy over our lives, our meditation practice, and the world. Please continue. Beautiful, beautiful job, everyone. If you're new, congratulations, you did it. Father Thomas Keating says, it's so simple, it's almost too good to be true. We just sit down. You can't do it wrong. So well done. We'll now move into our Ignatian Jesuit Examine. 3 places God's come alive in your life recently. And I'm happy to start. As usual on Monday, I always come back to our food pantry on Saturday morning where we feed the unhoused living in Hollywood, as well as people in SROs and apartments who've, due to many different financial difficulties, losing jobs, they're unable to buy food. They can get a box of food to help get them through the week. And this weekend on Saturday, it was very chilly, at least for us here in Hollywood, rainy. And as we were getting ready to start the food pantry, Sister Mary, a really amazing Dominican sister, showed up in her Corolla and opened the trunk and had boxes and boxes and boxes of light jackets and sweatshirts for people to put on who were cold. So I don't know, check my Facebook page out. I had a picture of them. We put one up on display, and oh, and even these beautiful blue face masks as well. So also Vagi brought tons and tons of delicious peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and ham sandwiches, and Brother Henry Genevieve's garden filled the refrigerator in the parish, so there was plenty of choice and food, and it was really a great event. So that's one place God came alive in spades for me this weekend. Secondly, I love the farmers market in Hollywood and got some beautiful wildflowers to bring a little beauty into my life and home throughout the week. They're really amazing. And then the very last thing would be, of course, I love the book Finding Calcutta that Susanna Funston gave me. Um, this morning's reading on where grace abounds and how grace abounds in our life was really remarkable. I'm reminded many years ago, when I was doing philosophy studies at Loyola Chicago, there was a 12-step meeting. A friend of mine, Robin, Native American guy, sober many years. God, may you rest in peace, Robin. Great gift to so many of us in Andersonville. Would always do this evening group, and he would always talk about grace and saying whenever he heard grace brought up at meetings, his first question was, who is she? And then he'd go on to beautifully expand on how grace abounded in his life as a result of recovery. So beautiful to hear Mother Teresa talk about it. Wonderful to have all you here this morning, building a contemplative community in the middle of a pandemic with a new president. We are blessed. Have a beautiful rest of the day. God bless you.